Right, let's see. Okay, so I think that's all working at this point. You never know with these things. Let's have a look. Let me just test this for a second. Sorry to any future viewers that are coming through, just skip this bit. So, if I test that there. Yes, so I think we're all working. So there we go. So basically what I thought I would do is I've tried to film this afternoon, and I can only use 2 cameras if I'm live with the current setup. So I've kind of dragged everything out. You can see behind me I just got the smaller amp out, and hopefully I'm about as loud as I can be at sort of coming up to 7 o'clock, but hopefully that's loud enough. Jason, hey Paul, 11 the board, cheers man. Any questions you have, anything you want to see, demo or anything, or look up close, let me know and I'll do it on the live stream. That's kind of what I thought I would do, is just set up a basic kind of live stream setup and just kind of have a little play, and hopefully people will join in and we can kind of explore the board together, because I wasn't having a great deal of luck filming it earlier on for a standalone video. I'm hoping the guitar's sort of just about loud enough there. Is it loud enough? James, hello mate, how's the Eastman? Which one? I'll go get it for you and plug it in. I kind of wanted to hear I haven't run the pedals through this smaller amp with the Eastman, so it gives me a good excuse. Let me know which one you want to see. Trem. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Maybe if I move the camera. See, I'm using this as like a little wireless camera, which I can't do obviously usually, and that's how I'm getting both angles. Real strange setup. Let's have a look if I can do better with this camera here. Hang on. Ooh, it's all backwards. Well, I don't know if that's better or not. Maybe that's better, let me know. The Les Paul style, right, 2 secs, I'll go and get it. So, this one. I'm guessing you probably saw the fact that I swapped the the neck pickup magnet around. So I can get more sort of Peter Green kind of sounds going on. I'll show you. Should be just about in tune. I was playing it earlier. I love it. Obviously, normal bridge and neck unaffected sort of thing. But in the middle, quacky, out of phase stuff. I think it's great. Let me know if you can hear the guitar, you know, reasonably okay. I can't have it much louder than that, and the mic's really far away. Sounds great. Oh, nice. Like I said, the mic is super far away, and it's only a little USB mic. Proper rigged up a little live stream setup to try and get it working. Loud and clear. Thanks, Essex Cat. Sounds great. I'm surprised, man, because obviously I can't hear nothing. I can just hear, you know, I've got no feedback from the audio. Robert Clark, how's it going, man? I was checking out some of your recent videos the other day. Can't remember if I commented on them, but it's good stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised that comes through, because I've literally just set this up, like I said, and just sort of winged it. You know, piecing together little bits. My wire's not long enough to reach, so I have to kind of turn around. It is what it is. Shall I show you a little tremolo? I've got this tremolo pedal recently, this one here. Let's show you a little bit of that. Hang on, if I can bring in the camera. Hopefully that'll do. Let's bring that on. I'll turn that drive off. Whoops. So you can go super slowly with it, which is a weakness in a lot of tremolo pedals. You can get it so it's so subtle. But I was sort of running it a little bit more. About like that. It just had a vibe to it. Yes, need some pedals. The old ME80 tired. I've never actually tried an ME80. I think I had a friend who had the smaller one. Because I'm sure there's like a few smaller versions of it, but I never tried the ME80. Has it got a Boss DS2 on it? The little orange one you can see just there. Have you played Gary Moore's Still Got the Blues on it? I've tried to play it. It's not a song I've really I've been focusing on the Peter Green thing, but let's get a slightly thicker tone. Maybe a bit thicker than that. Right up. It's the bends, I go so out of tune on there. Where is it? Something like that. Sorry. And yeah, I just need to work on those bends a bit, I think, and then learn the rest. So pedal wise there, I'm stacking the Revival drive, if you can see, just this one, with a low boost just to sort of give a bit of fatness on the bottom. Without. its own. It's just a bit thin, just with the drive on its own. It's more for just rocking out chords. And in terms of amp-like drive, that revival drive, to me, let's go off a minute. I am probably going to babble a bit here, but... So the amp is on a little bit low, but it's kind of just on the edge kind of thing. Not, you know, not distorted, but typically where you want to set an amp for pedals. Put the revival drive on. And thanks for saying the sound's coming through alright, because like I said, I've got no idea at all. I just sat a mic I don't even use on the side there, a USB mic. But it doesn't sound like a pedal to me, that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't sound like a pedal at all. The string separation is there, the drive isn't flubby. And that's the mark of a good drive pedal to me, that if a pedal doesn't sound like a pedal, as Tom Bukovac recently said, and I've nicked it. And how that cleans up on the guitar as well. Sorry, you probably can't see that. What is that? What is that? That's it. What is that? There. So it's just so amp-like, you know, you can just leave it on and the whole range of tone is there and never sounds like a pedal. Right, so if anyone's skipping through later, I just want to move on to the Dane to sort of say a few things about the Dane. If I can get it in shot, hang on. It's probably as good as I can get it. So the Dane, obviously everyone knows it, you know, the Danish beat, Andertons. But it's sort of, you think it's just a strong drive and a boost, and that's kind of how everyone thinks of it, right? But it's not. It's more of a really bright drive and a really dark drive. So if I, again, go just the clean sound. If I engage the boost side. Yeah, man, James, highly recommend one. And bear in mind, obviously, you know, this, I'm not trying to say it's the cheap guitar sort of thing, but this is the cheap version. This isn't the V, this is their standard version. And it's still an incredible guitar. But yeah, as I was saying with the Dane, it's bright on one side and has just as much gain as the supposed drive side. So if I just do a quick few chords on the bright side, swap to the drive side and you'll hear the darkness of it. Hopefully that's coming across. So you've got to change your mind at what sort of pedal it is. And I found this to be the case no matter the guitar, no matter the amp. First time playing it through this amp, in fact. Let's go to the other side. Hopefully that's coming across. One's very bright and one's very dark. Let's go back to the old tremolo. Forgot what I was going to do on there. I definitely got a bit of a thing for tremolo at the moment. You can get it a lot faster than that as well. Proper like Western, you know, the but I prefer it slower. Just something subtle like that. Maybe even less so. Sounds good. I'll compare it to the semi-hollow if you want, if you're still around. I'll go and get that, so you can hear the difference. I would say the semi-hollow's a little bit less pokey than this, but has a bit more kind of clarity to it. Whoops. Destroy everything. This one hasn't been played in since yesterday, yeah, so the clean on this, that we're not even at the edge of breakup, but we're more clean. And with the revival. Such a good sound, proper Foo Fighters-y. Let's try and do a little loop. See if I can reach the looper over here. Using this delay pedal here, I'm using it as a looper at the minute as well. Oh, I did press it, just can't quite see it. Still recorded. I love playing that. Simon Foos, indeed. I figured why not, since I had the semi-hollow out. Can't think of any more Foos now, typically. What is that? That's the one. Still there you go. Great sound. We just click that a second. Using a Boss Katana in a band. I literally only just sold my Boss Katana and I miss it already, honestly. It would have been ideal for now. Anyway, come back to your Black Star. Which Black Star is it? Because they're all pretty different, aren't they, to be fair? Did you put lockers like that on, like, there? Did you put lockers on that like the 59? Not yet. These have got the normal tuners on, but I probably will. The 59 came with the pinwheel tuners, which, considering how nice the guitar is, I just thought they were a bit, lacking. Whereas, because this is the V version, it comes with the Goto, same looking tuners, but they're the Goto ones, which are a lot better. So I've been in less of a rush to kind of change these, but I will change them though. I'll put the SD90 lock-in ones on it. I just prefer them. I like the feel of them. Strings don't last me longer than a month, so I feel like, restringing it's easier and stuff like that. HD20 Studio. Ah, nice, that's one of the better ones. I seen Anderton's put out a video yesterday. They've got some pretty hefty discount on some Black Stars. If you're wondering where that drive's coming from, by the way, on the board, if I can move this for a second. Where is that? There it is. I'll try and show you. Where is it? Hang on. So the Strymon Deco. This pedal is, I think it's the best pedal that Strymon make, and it's probably the most misunderstood pedal as well. It's essentially a tape machine emulator, but the drive on it is just like easily as good as any other drive on my board, much warmer as well. And if you're using it for, like, say you got a looper, and then when you stack a drive on it, it rubs it, it just sounds a bit off. you put the deco on and it just sits on anything. It's real cool. And then the other side of it is this kind of modulation, but you can set it so it's slap back as well. If I blend that in a bit more. So you've got kind of a slap back delay in there as well. Great for the country thing. But I like to set it as like a weird tape kind of modulation instead, so you just back off the time. And then, there you go. It's essentially like a chorus, but it sounds better than a chorus for some reason. Sneaking into Foo Fighters again. I'm going to get my Strat back. Let's go back home on the Strat. All-time favourite drive pedal. So I recently had the Greer Lightspeed. I had to sell it because I really wanted to get this Vox wah here and some money towards the others. But of all the things that I've bought and sold to fund this board over the last 2 years nearly, the Lightspeed's the one I regret selling. That's an amazing drive pedal. It's just timeless, brilliant, works no matter what. And just if you can get one, just get one. They're worth every penny, and they don't really come up much either. But behind that, if you're talking about the drives on my board, the Revival drive's probably the one, just because it is so amp-like. It doesn't sound like a pedal. Or for something a little bit more versatile, easy on the ears, the Deco, the drive side of the Deco is amazing as well. Some more tremolo going. Where's that gone to? Ah, I see. I've kicked the drive now. Maybe you can see what I'm doing there yet. So with the tremolo in that, you can see how slow you can go, and it's proper musical as well. It really reacts to what you're doing. I forgot I had my bar on here. Revival does sound good. Yeah, it's real nice, and again super versatile. Like obviously you can mess around with the settings. It's got different EQ settings depending on what amp you've got, and there's always, you know, totally different sounds you can get out of it. But I tend to like to set it and then leave it alone. Is that the right key? I'm in E flat with this guitar. But then if you want to go real high, multiplier. We got like audio slave. What is that? What is that? So it's got all the tremolo in there. That's its fastest. Not sure why you'd want that, but it's there. And you got a more choppy wave as well. And that's running into the front end of the amp, by the way, as well. It's very cool. I always mess that up. Run it, it's just a drive as well. I don't know if you're still there. One thing I was interested in when I first got these is that this pedal here was called the Revival Trem because it had the same drive as the Revival drive, but as well as a tremolo. But they are actually totally different drives from this to this. Even I know I've got them set different, but this one's got a lot more gain and sort of level in it. If I turn this one on and turn up the drive, you can probably hear straight away how different they sound. Completely different. So it's worth having it, just to have two different drives as well. I do have an Instagram, but I'm not great on there. I don't really. I've started using it a bit more lately. I think it's called the same as my YouTube channel, but I'm not too good at like getting messages and stuff on there. Oh, sorry, Scrounge, I didn't see a message. Is that the Keeley compressor? Yes, it is. And it is the absolute cornerstone of my guitars, my pedals, my amps. Anything that goes near that pedal is better for it. I won't be able to demonstrate it that well now without, well, again, I'm not sure how it's coming across, but if I turn everything off, you see I'm not adding any volume with it. So that's without. A drive pedal without. But with all the little frequencies that I'm missing, it's not adding volume, it's not adding gain, it's just filling, it's intelligently selecting what I'm missing and putting it there. And I love that. It doesn't matter what guitar, what amp, anything just sounds better through it. Always on, yeah, same, always on, but it's never adding volume, like I say. Barely hear me turn it on and off. But what it's doing for the sound is just amazing. A good friend of mine, I was sort of showing him this in person, and he was that impressed. He had one the next day. He got one. Get some crazy reverb on the go. Compressor. That's the thing though, mate, you've got it, like, I've tried compressors before, especially if I was going for that typical compressed sound, and I could take it or leave it. It was never going to be a pedal that I was like, that's a super important pedal. Even just the word compressor, I'm like, yeah, not interested, you know, it is what it is. I think Keeley, if they renamed that pedal, and it was like, I don't know, they just rebranded the whole thing, but it was an identical pedal, you'd see it on every YouTube channel as the next best thing, and it'd just be a good compressor. Got some weird pasty stuff. What is that? That's it. Use it with the Helix. Oh, that's interesting. So it even works with model as well then. Simon, thanks for popping on, mate. So it literally works with everything. Like I said, I'm convinced if they re-released that and rebranded it and remarketed it as something different, people would say it was the best thing in the world. I think just the name compressor puts off a certain person. amps picking up some interference. Just picked up an Epiphone SG inspired. It's a whole new playing experience. Yes, I have. Well, I tried the Epiphone SG Custom last year, and I'm a massive fan of SGs. Funny enough, like obviously they do feel longer that way, but I find that you get used to that real fast, and it takes longer to get used to coming back, rather than this way kind of thing. Let's turn that into a loop through, just for fun. Ah, it's slow. Where's my pick? More importantly, how are you getting on with the SG? What do you think of it? Ugh. Let me just check that. Yeah, it's all right. Feels far away, yeah. Like I said, they do always feel kind of like you're playing like that. But like I say, I always get used to that real fast. It's like it's coming back to a, you know, a Strat or a Les Paul, and then I'm like, ugh, everything's over here somewhere. But it's good to bounce between them, because the more things you can be used to playing, I think the better. Neck dive solve with Strat. Yeah, not all SGs kind of have neck dive. So if yours is the inspired by Gibson, is I'm not sure if it's like the Les Pauls where they do a 50s and a 60s. Has yours got the Grover tuners on it, the big Grover ones, or has it got the squarer tulip styles on it? Because that will be a huge difference on the neck dive. Yeah, yours is more like more of a 50s kind of style then. Normally that helps with the neck dive because the Grovers, the the big button ones, are a lot heavier. No lockers on it. Whoop. Oh no, I would have caught that in a loop. How is the Dane? Sorry mate, I was getting a bit lost there. The Dane, I don't know if you was here earlier on when I was talking about the Dane, but it's a great pedal, but I kind of think it's been, it's sort of a misnomer if you like, because when I kind of thought of it, I was thinking it's a boost and a drive, and that's kind of what it is. But the boost has just as much gain as the drive, but a completely different tone. So if I show you, basically you've got a bright drive and a dark drive. That's the way to look at it, not a boost and a drive. So clean. The boost side, and you'll notice it's got a lot of gain, even though it's not on high. Quite top endy. Now if I put the drive on, you'll notice it's the same amount of gain, but darker. So that's the drive side. This side, drive side. See, one's really bright and one's really dark, and so it's a bit strange. It's not quite what I expected it, because you think of it as just a drive and a boost, but it's not. It's like a dual drive, one light, one dark. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's the case no matter the amp, no matter the guitar. It's just the way it is, kind of thing. So did I. Yeah, I thought it was, you know, a transparent boost and then an overdrive. That's what I thought it was. But it definitely isn't, because the boost has got so much gain in, as much or more than the drive. But like I said, it's just two totally different brightnesses, bright and dark. If it was my only drive pedal, I'd probably be looking for another one. But as it stands, it fits quite well, because it just gives me two different types of drive, and then I've got a lot softer drives either side of it, if that makes sense. My friend, speaking of the 4-piece stuff, he's got one of the Scarlet Tunics, and that thing is like, obviously you can only have one sound at a time, but that's got every sound that's got and a lot more. But like I said, you can only use one at a time, but that's a properly versatile, many drive pedals in one box, that thing is. Kind of wish I had my DS2 plugged into it, but I only put that on the board and power it separately whenever I need it. Only other pedal I have which couldn't be without is carbon copy delay. Funny enough, I am tempted to sell off this DL4 and just get one or two nice independent delays. I feel like it fit more with the board. It's the only kind of multi-effect I've got on there. Because I haven't currently got a looper, it's kind of serving as my delay and my looper. Play some Led Zeppelin. I need to get the Eastman back. I need to brush up on some Led Zeppelin, to be fair. So many good riffs. We'll go with the one everyone goes for. Some Led Zeppelin. I need to think of some more Led Zeppelin on the fly. We need a more aggressive drive just for the sake of it. It's a little bit better. Boost that. A little bit more drive. Trying to think of some more. I can't think of any others off the top of my head. Maybe I'm not fooling. I need to brush up on some Led Zepp, man. I'm terrible with names as well. Baby I'm Leaving You's a great track. Analog delays. Let's go for some delays. Where's the analog delay thing on here? Not that. Where is it? Is that it? I don't know. That's the other thing. Was it you who was saying about the katana earlier? You get annoyed with all the options. That's what I get like on this line 6. What was that? Green Forest. Cheers, man. Yeah, I'd almost rather an analog delay, just a nice one, rather than all these millions of delays on that. Presets have I got? Oh, it gives me an idea. Back to the Strat. What time are we on? Because we've got to worry about this amp. Not too bad. Maybe I'll go to like another 10-20 minutes, something like that. Back to its looper mode. You see that on there? I think you can. That's it. Now we change this to delay. Name the song. %, mate. Good value second hand. Journey. Of course it is, man. Cheers. Jason, don't forget me. I'm trying to play it. Need a DS2. Oh, I need to turn my looper back. Proper awkward having a looper like above your board. You try not to stand on anything else. You need to get a proper looper. You have a tattoo. How about some chili peppers? I do. I'm a bit obsessed with chili peppers. Funny enough, I would say in the last 6 months, guitar-wise, I've gone more to Rory Gallagher, Peter Green, really trying to get that blues thing down. So I need to have a good session on guitar with just doing Chili Pepper stuff at some point. This is an E flat, by the way, because I'm hoping to avoid copyright strikes. Could have lied. Again, I'm so bad with names. Is this it? Yeah, what's this one called again? That's I Could Die For You, isn't it? That's right, could have lied, I could die. That's how names spin around in my mind, if they sound or rhyme, not the names themselves. That's I Could Die For You, yeah. I'm so bad with names, honestly, you wouldn't even believe me if I tried to explain. Let me put my headphones on a minute. And quickly remind myself how that one goes. No, I'm getting the name wrong again there, aren't I? 2 secs. I am just reminding myself how it goes. Maybe it's one I haven't learnt yet. I haven't learnt them all. Advert. Yeah, man, 9.5 is on there. I still run that now on the 59 as well, on the the semi-hollow. Of course. See, I know that song. It's just me. I cannot do names to save my life. It's going to sound weird in E flat. Sounds proper weird in E flat. I've never ever done it in E flat. What was it? I love that song, I haven't played that in ages. Give me another one. That sound good with the double track tape thing. That's exactly what it's for. Strymon Deco, best pedal they do, in my opinion. Hyper Slinkies. What are Hyper Slinkies then? Well, oh, 8, sorry. Never tried them, but I mean, I run 9s on strats and 9.5s, as I was saying before. As I get older, 10s are becoming a struggle. Yeah, I just don't see, unless you're playing a short scale, I just don't see why you need that much tension, unless you like it. But for me, 9s on a Strat, 9.5s on a Gibson scale length, should we say, perfect. And if you worry about drop tuning, you know, there's software now that do that just as well. I think I'd get on right with 8s. The only thing I might struggle with is the lower gauge. I'd probably want them sort of 42 at least, say, and then I probably wouldn't mind the 8s at the top. Oh. That sounds weird in a half step down. Google them hyperslinkies. Yeah, I'll have a look at what the lower gauge is. Oh, they are 42. So there you go. The lower ones are the same as 9s. Yes, using the drive side of the deco. Just back on the Pink Floyd be easy, yeah. Yeah, back on the hyperslinkies. The bottom E and A is 42 and 32, same as pack of 9s. So I'd probably get on with those strings quite well on a Strat. Be too small on a Les Paul. Love a Vox wah. I don't know if I've shown you that actually. And they move the thing over again. Let's go back to Vox wah land. Way up. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with this. Right, where are we? Ugh. Oh no, what have I done? Ugh. There we go. Now you can see the Vox. Slightly thinner tone. That can be compensated with boost. Yeah, exactly. Should be on the neck pickup, shouldn't it? Pull my knob off. My lead's in the way of that camera. weird, some Chili's riffs I quite like the sound of half a step down. Some just sound completely and utterly wrong. No idea. Oh, I've lost myself. Hey Simon, how's it going? That song was #1 the month I was born, believe it or not. So that song, despite not playing guitar till I was, you know, late 20s, that song's been there my entire life. Only thing don't like about SG, frets are tiny. Yeah, I wouldn't be too keen on that either. I need to have medium jumbos, medium frets. How much does a refret cost? If there's people like I know a lot of people that will charge you 50 quid for a refret, but they might have done 2 in their life. So a good refret from someone who's done it for decades, I would budget around 180 quid. You know, start to finish, about 180 quid. Monty's Guitars quoted me when I was looking to change the frets on my red Strat. I did it myself in the end. He quoted me £600 for a refret, which I know the guy's really good, but no. 200 quid is about the top end price for an experienced, proper, decent guy doing a refret. Bugger off, young. First album I bought was ABBA's. I do remember the first album I ever bought with sort of my own money, if you like. It was Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. That was the first album I ever bought. '74, mad. You had a better choice of albums growing up, though, put it that way. Would I go stainless steel? I've played guitars with stainless steel on, and I thought they were okay, but I've never worked on stainless steel, so I've never had to do a fret dress on stainless steel. I've never had to do a fret level, so I don't know what it's like to work with. I guess the idea is you don't need to do that, but you know, you're always going to need to do something eventually. I don't know. I tell you what I would do, and I know I'd do this because I've already done it. I'll show you on my my other Strat. Right, let's try and get in close. So this guitar about 8 months ago had, you know, the vintage Fender style frets, the really small ones, and I really didn't like that at all. So these are the same frets that Eastman use. So they're the Jessica. Well, just look for Jessica fret wire, and you'll be in the right place. I forget the exact dimensions. Basically, medium jumbo Jessicas. And much like they are on the Eastmans, this feels amazing. And like, I was able to round them off. I know I'm only using a crap camera, so you're not going to see the benefit here, but I was just able to get it so nice. And it's, I wouldn't say you can see that it's worn already. You can definitely see where the tops have flattened off a teeny tiny bit, but this is the wire I would go for, Jessica, for sure. I'd forget stainless steel and I'd just go for that because it's amazing, and it's what the Eastman use, and you know, no issues with it at all. 70s and 80s for me, then Nirvana killed it. See, I grew up sort of early 90s onwards, so Chili Peppers, you know, like I said, even though I wasn't playing guitar, I've always been there in all my life. Same as Pearl Jam, same as Audio Slave. So those bands for me are great because you're a product of your time, aren't you? You know. Obviously, my favourite stuff is earlier stuff, but I still have a soft spot for all that kind of thing. Alright, just turn that amp off now for the last couple of minutes. Oh, she's warm. Go to this. Finish off with a bit of acoustic, seeing as they were doing I Could Have Lied. God, this needs some new strings already. They're minging. You have a loop through. Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes you don't notice it as much. I think the thing that annoys me, obviously this has got tiny frets as well, and that doesn't bother me too much. But with Fender in particular, like if you read the specs on the paperwork, they'll say like vintage narrow. And that could mean anything from a sort of smaller medium to an absolutely tiny, you know, tiny acoustic style fret. And that really annoys me because you never quite know. I know that as a rule I prefer medium jumbos on anything. That's what I really like. Funny enough, we're talking about small string gauges and stuff on this guitar, because I never play acoustic. You know, this was my way of finding an acoustic that is comfy for an electric player. I have got, you'll notice, no 1G. Maybe you can see that. So these are extra light acoustic strings, and that is the top of a 10 to 46 set of an electric, just to make it feel, you know, slinky and easy to play. Really slinky and easy to play. How does this sound on that little microphone? Sounds good, that's mad. Makes you wonder why I bothered buying different mics when I had this little USB one all along. Should have just used that. Essex Cat, nice one. Seen your video, Simon. Funny enough, it's probably louder than I had the amp. side. These strings definitely need changing though. They've gone a bit furry, and they're only a month old, if that. Furry. Does anyone else have hands that just ruin strings? It's my problem living in an apartment. Use Helix. Even acoustic was too loud. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I use like modelling in my computer quite a lot. And this is very rare that I'd have an amp on at home, you know, 8 o'clock at night kind of thing. But even that amp there, you know, this little, which I should turn off, combo Marshall, I just can't help but think it sounds, you know, it sounds better than software and digital and stuff. Even though, I mean, Helix is amazing, you know, but I still prefer the sound of a, you know, halfway there valve amp kind of thing. And that's only a parlour size, so it's not you know, noticeably quieter than a bigger guitar. HD5 Mark II, even if... was you running straight in or was you using pedals? I can't remember if it was you saying about the compressor earlier or someone else. Because this thing here, like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't crazy loud in here tonight. I was about as loud as what's reasonable. I've got my little daughter's sleeping upstairs and she hasn't woke up. But, so this is the DSL 40 and it's on its half power mode, and you can get that thing really quiet. You do have to give up a bit of tone, but as long as you use a pedal, you can be, you know, reasonable kind of thing. Do I sing? No, I don't. Not at all. I really don't think singing is something you can learn. Like, you know, there's no musicians in my family at all. There's no one ever to show me, you know, here's a guitar, here's a piano, here's what sax sounds like. No people interested in music whatsoever in my life growing up. And yeah, I taught myself how to play guitar-ish. But I think with singing, I just think you're born with it or you're not. Running with pedals to get full sound. Yeah, I do see where you're coming from. But I just think that it's all about having a good master volume. Maybe it didn't have a great master volume, because even attenuators and stuff like that, I don't think are necessary unless you're talking about making vintage amps usable, then fair enough. But on a good modern valve amp with a decent master volume, there's no reason you shouldn't get, I would say, 8 out of 10, you know, of the potential tone at less than my talking volume. Because that DSL, you can be proper quiet on it. At least he's giving it a go, I suppose. I remember one time, like when I literally first started playing guitar properly, I was in a friend's recording studio, and we were doing a cover song of I can't remember what it was, but the guy couldn't. He just wasn't in the mood to sing, and because I travelled down there, learnt the parts, I was like, I'm getting this thing finished. Let me have a go at singing. And I went into the little vocal booth after doing the piano and stuff, tried to sing it, and I promised I'd never try and sing again after hearing it back. So yeah, I've never tried to sing since. Right, I'm going to call it there, I think. I'm going to get some food and then go to bed, ready for work in the morning. So, just sound cool. I mean, you know, do you guys think that it's something you're born with or something you can learn? Because in a way, you'd like to say, well, you could learn it. If you can talk, you can sing, right? It's just finding, or if you can imitate a note. I don't know, then surely you should be able to tune that and sing. But, I don't know, man. I can't, that's for sure. Maybe we're all just too hard on ourselves. Maybe that's the real problem. But anyway, I will see you another time for another video. Thanks for joining in to check out you know, at least I got to show my pedals to someone today, even if I couldn't love them and camp. Yeah, man, for sure. Great. There's a guy who can sing. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Born with the basics, learn the rest. Hey, how you doing? You're a bit late, I'm afraid. And yeah, I'll see you again for another video, another stream.